Connected.
In
Channel switched.
real life that we don't have during Condor. So that was the first thing I noticed after I started flying Condor and getting into real life sailplanes.
When you, for example, see a grass, and it's moving on some parts, the grass, and on the other parts it's not moving, then you see that, okay, there is a thermal going up now. And in Condor, you don't see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually started noticing stuff like that as well. And of course, the venerable smoke caused by the fire of a farmer burning some dead brush. It's just dead giveaway. That's where you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody.
Hello,
Okay,
Tim.
hey, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Yeah, it would
But
be
you can
nice
also
with
have
some seagulls to mark the thermals.
I have to say that's probably the most spectacular thing you get is when you see a pair of them soaring and they're inside your inside wingtip looking at you and thinking to themselves, what an amateur.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, exactly. In Denmark, we have a lot of buzzards.
Good morning
So it's
and
up.
good afternoon, all.
Hi, Mike.
Got it,
Mike.
Mike.
Hi,
Yeah,
Mike.
so was up. Yeah.
Tim, I see from your YouTube thumbnails that you fly radio control. Do you also fly full scale?
No, it's actually it's a friend of mine who's flying sometimes. His name is Jean-Francois, or so-called Jeff. He's from France, as you can hear. And he sent me some nice pictures of his
User joined your
gliders,
channel.
his RC gliders.
Oh, very good. By the way, guys, server is
User
up.
entered your channel.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
so
cool.
like Juliet Foxtrot, is it?
Yes.
Wow, he's really playing around with the wind direction.
Yeah, I don't know what in real life these weird conditions where you would get them from, but I guess they're just messing.
And maybe rain its own too.
I don't think we're ever going to be in zone 2. I mean, it never really gets anywhere. So that one probably doesn't even matter. You notice that turn point 2 is almost at 4,200. At least the pole.
You can also get it at 2,800 meters.
Yeah. That's why maybe has a strong wind there and get us up and over all that stuff when we're done.
Can you guys help me a little bit? Yeah,
No.
on the
Depends.
forum, somebody was asking if the radio is ever used. If you guys could tell Chris that it doesn't work, because he doesn't believe me.
The radio.
Oh, I
Yeah, the
technically haven't
radio in Condor.
I technically haven't tried it, so I don't know if it doesn't work.
Well, you can try it today and then tell Chris that it doesn't work, please, because he says I had no reports. So I need a lot of reports. Then maybe he will look at it. It's annoying me.
Let's pick a channel we can switch our radios to in Condor.
Yeah, we can go 1 up, 1 to 375 or something.
I got it turned off.
Yeah, I turned my volume way down. I can't
please-
turn it up now.
No, it's fine. But please tell Chris that it doesn't work. There's a topic on the forum about it.
Without testing, Vic?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't work.
Yeah, all right. But what's the matter with the radio?
The volume is way too low. It needs and it breaks when there is too many people on the server and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I often see the icon.
Yeah, I know the icon works, but the radio itself doesn't work.
But I can't really tell because I turned down my volume.
Which icon?
In the top right corner, when somebody is transmitting on your channel, there's a
Nothing seen before.
loudspeaker.
Nothing
Yep.
seen before.
That's a blue speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, when you press the push to talk, the space bar by default, you get a red microphone thingy.
Well, they fixed the Minilax handicap on Condor Club. It's now 103, not 114.
I don't know what I'm gonna fly. What are you flying, John?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the list of planes and I can't decide what I'm gonna fly.
LS8.
I want to fly something I don't fly often.
We could take the Minilac.
Or Diana.
The K6, no. Not in
Nah.
this task.
Diana is also not so bad.
Yeah, I know.
Ace to be 28.
No, I fly that too, so
Arcus.
Genesis.
I was looking at the Genesis actually.
Swift.
Yeah, of course.
Swift, yeah. I'm still waiting for a task that I could be sure that I reach the final, then I take the Swift.
Yeah, I'll take the
Flew
LS3.
the JS1 yesterday very successfully. That was good. On a 50 kilogram 18 meter task.
What's wrong with the SF28 weak?
Yeah, it doesn't have a PDA per se.
Oh, right, I've not flown it. I've got it, but I haven't flown it yet.
Ooh. We haven't seen him. Well, for the Blionic.
Yeah, I see you have Zablanik, John. Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah, I see
Well-
it in the multiplayer.
Well, I haven't logged in yet. I'm just looking at it, thinking about it.
Yeah, you logged it. I take the LS8 thing.
I'll go with the LS4.
I'll take the 32 because I like it.
I like the LS3. I haven't flown it recently.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well, but it has the other PDA, and I liked the LX.
Oh, so what you're saying is I'll like I sorry. Let's see.
I'll be right back.
Back in my working days, we were flying a lot with a heads-up display in the aircraft, and normally the guys would just put the thing down during the approach, and then the guys started to fly it all the time with the heads-up display going. and they started coining a term for them called HUD cripples. And I think in my retired life here, I'm going to start calling myself an LX cripple here, because I don't want to fly without it either.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, I'm learning more and more about it. I'm liking
Mini.
it more. I'm
I
sorry, say
decided to
again.
take the mini lag.
And if you take the LS8, you get the cool Tchin Tchin skin.
Yeah, that's true. So, Andreas, you wrote that you made some new skins today?
Yeah, 6 different from Condor3. I recycled them. Also the virtual soaring skin, and the Hungary skin, and the Poland skin,
I'd like
and
to
the
see that.
Congo, the green one.
How about the Ukraine? The Ukraine
Yeah,
skin
me
would have been
too.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a nice design. It's so difficult to find design which fits
User
with the
joined your
glider.
channel.
Yeah.
I'm still searching ideas for nice skins. So difficult.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, Uwe.
Hello.
Hey, Uwe.
Hi, Uwe.
User joined your channel.
This is
Good
annoying. I
evening.
have to disconnect.
Hi, Frank.
Sorry, man.
User disconnected from your channel.
I like the new cockpits also. With this new wind direction thing.
What on earth they do to the weather? These clouds are humongous.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my headrest in the LS4 after the bump mapping. It looks dirty and greasy.
Oh.
Yeah, it needs to have like it's got like the texture has like specular value set to it, so it's reflective. It should be set to be completely matte, because yeah, it looks a little bit weird.
My LS8 headrest looks really nice and pristine.
But I guess that's how a furry headrest will look after 1,000 hours of neck sweat.
User entered your channel.
The power lines are so big here at the airport.
Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was a region which I have done military service. This location, close to this location, we pick up the military cars and then go up in the hills.
I checked Google Earth, and these power lines are here. I just couldn't believe it that they'd have them right along the airfield.
They're like giant arrestor hooks.
I will have a look at the standard PDA today.
Yeah, good. I think it's working really well.
Yeah, I think too.
I mean, I get all the information I need.
Yeah, for me the trembling circle in red is much more visual for me on this side.
Both is scary.
Yeah, but
I
I think
downloaded also.
I think the LX, there's too much management finding the start altitude and your DDH to the next turn point.
Right, that's not possible. Yeah, also the landscape, the map is not good.
That's what I don't like, is the map is weak. The rest of it's just fine for me. I really like it.
Did someone also upgrade it from Condor updated the wind wave data? Sound totally different now.
I think if you've got a really difficult airspace task, that the LX is essential. It's just we don't have those very often.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
It's just amazing. I mean, I've been flying a lot of those at night, and it's just amazing what it does for you.
Hi, Matthias.
AAT yesterday, and LX helps a lot with planning as well.
Nej, det bliver et fremtidigt projekt, men du kan allerede nu konvertere landskabet.
I do like the ability to pre-map the waypoints before you ever get in, where here's where you want to go, and you set it up. And with the standard nav, I don't know if the LX does that automatically as well.
No, not automatically, but you can move the turn points. You can just click in the... If you have the window open, you just click where you want the turn point to be.
Så Mathias, hvis du har Danmark til Condor 2...
I'll just take the headset, put out the pilot, take the headset off and just move it a little bit.
Okay.
Nej, det burde det ikke gøre.
Times yesterday, it was not an issue.
Actually, I was going to say, was that post that Chris put up on the forum? Was it like a subtle...
Du skal gå ind i Condor-opdateren.
Yeah, yours
og så konvertere det til version 3.
Chris didn't want to, so he made that passive-aggressive post.
I saw that. I was like, I hadn't been doing... I've flown quite a few ATS offline. Like I said, I wasn't really paying attention to the scoring or anything. I was like, if you're flying offline, I don't really care. So I was just flying the tasks.
It was just Alex from the Marburg Open was complaining that the live scoring didn't work. So we fixed the live scoring. That was the only thing that wasn't working.
And
only sometimes.
Altså, jeg har konverteret det og prøvet det et par gange, og hos mig er der ingen problemer.
Thanks. Now it's in.
Now it's in.
Does any of you have problems with updating the logbook in Condor after you've been flying?
What was that question again?
The logbook or the journal, whatever it says.
Sometimes it just there's not an entry there for the flight.
Exactly.
Ja, men så skal du prøve at hente en ny version af Danmark. Eller i hvert fald hente mainfilen til Condor 2 igen, hovedfilen. For det er højst sandsynligt der er noget galt. Og så konvertere den bagefter.
Oh, that Minilax got a really weird gear to it. Front gear is wheel, and it's funny. You really sit high.
It needs to be high to get crank clearance for the prop. Because it's a self-launcher.
When I flew yesterday and landed, you have to be careful with when you stop. I ended up nosing over and it just stayed down the nose.
So what's the reason about my ping? I have 144. Normally I have 50. I don't know.
You're not using like a VPN or something, are you?
You're also stuck. For me, I don't see you moving. You're like behind the line with one wing in the ground.
Okay.
Oh.
And there is an empty spot in the line in front of me.
Yeah. You'll jump forward eventually, Garrett.
I think you had a high ping yesterday as well. It was around
Yeah,
110 or so.
Right.
Wait,
Yesterday too.
Wait, Garrett, is your ping changing on your end? Or is it still stuck at 144?
Is only stuck, yeah.
Yeah, wait till when it's your turn to launch. It'll probably start updating and go back to normal a bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
you get in line.
Okay.
It happens all the time. You jump back forward, fill the hole.
Yeah, my number is stuck, yeah.
Yeah, when I entered, all planes were grayed out, and eventually they showed up.
John, what a beautiful plane.
Nico's jumping up over 300 at times. He's from South America.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's normal. Wow.
That's expected, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm up to 250 at the moment, but I was at like 180 a minute ago.
How is your frame rate, Gert? Here on the ground?
Just a moment.
I'm getting about 55 right now on the ground.
Oh, it's 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, mine is very poor as well here somehow.
Yeah, mine either. I think it's because of a lot of clouds.
Yeah.
If I pull,
It's all breaking now. I don't know why.
If I go to external view and pull the camera out, it'll eventually smooth up a bit. But yeah.
How can we see the frame rate? It's Shift D.
Shift Delta, yeah.
Shift
Delta,
Delta.
yeah.
Well, I have an old DTX 2070, and I have 60 frames constantly.
Yeah, but we were in VR, so.
Oh yeah.
Actually, as I'm moving further forward in the line, my frame rate's actually increased. But yeah, it's been bouncing a little below 60 the entire time on the ground.
Yeah, when I look down, so no clouds in view, then it's 45.
There's another guy.
I'm on a flat screen that I'm normally at 60, and when I'm pointed where all I see is clouds, I dropped at 20. When I'm pointed where there's open sky, I'm up at 40, and it's circling, and it's just consistent.
Yeah, I don't know how. The settings didn't look like there should be clouds this big.
I'd be expecting rain soon if I had this around me.
Yeah, if I saw clouds this large building up, I guess I would.
Who made the task, you know?
Here.
The PL7 as a conversion from a Condor3 task.
Okay.
That's maybe the reason. I think the flight plan is just a straight conversion and makes the cloud bigger than they should be.
Well, he did change. Well, he had like a couple weather zones too, so I don't know if he did anything else.
It looks quite interesting anyway.
Yeah, but you can set the cloud, the height of the inversion above, outside the Condor parameters, I guess.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you can set the inversion up higher.
Yeah, then the Condor will allow, and if you don't touch it, it will stay.
Well, the version was 4,400 today.
Is the overdevelopment a separate value in the flight plan?
Yes.
Oh, so you can set overdevelopment with that small cloud, or I can get that to play with.
So different flying with this different sound, wave data now. The wind is totally different.
But do you think it is better or not?
Totally different. I think I'm outside.
Different is not better.
But
So
not
you
the loudest
guys,
original.
I think I have the wind at the ear. It's I think it's realistic.
How many hours do you have in a sailplane?
Not in a sailplane, without a sailplane.
Yeah, with you it's usually whistling past your ears, right? You're hanging from
Just
the
the helmet
ropes.
and the cap and nothing. And then it sounds so. fastest speed was 65.
So we need to have paragliders in Condor then, you said.
Yeah.
Well, that one's getting close. But no one ever uses.
You can pick the SG-38.
Yeah.
Cloud base is very low.
Expect to 2150.
I'm a bit surprised that we don't have paragliders yet, because Euros flies paragliders as well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You have to set them manually.
Vic, are you going to start with the fish?
No, I'm gonna tow.
Otherwise it would probably be a very interesting car.
The turbulence actually totally off or just very low?
Slight. It's moderate in the one zone we're going to go through with the south weather zone.
So how looks like a task with paraglider in Tchin Tchin? Just start from one ridge to the other and you have an hour.
Yep. Well, let's see if Gerd jumps forward now.
Oh yes, I'm now ready.
I think they would make actually really great obstacles.
Then we could use the SG-38 as well.
Massive sound here.
I flew it once on a task with Uros, Otto and Benfest. We didn't go far.
There's Gerd.
Well, I guess as long as you stay on a ridge with a good wind, you'd be okay.
Yeah, your ping's
Now
still a
your
little
ping's
high.
working again.
Oh, it is still actually a little high.
It's still high, but it's working again.
Yeah, it would be a VPN, because he has like, if he was like VPN to the US, it'd be double that probably.
It's a little bit fluttering.
All you guys flying real sail planes, what do you think of the sounds in Condor? Are they pretty real? As far as the wind noise?
You know, it's actually not half bad. I think, you know, for a desktop type simulator scenario, you do hear the whooshing of the wind is actually pretty good. What is a little bit unrealistic is when you get really close to another sailplane, you can hear him whooshing. That doesn't happen in real life.
No, it needs to be very close for you to hear that.
Well, also from
yeah, I would agree with that.
Very, very close.
Yeah,
every YouTube video I've seen also is very unrealistic. There is like constant irritating whistles and squeaks and rattles.
And it depends also on the glider. When you fly a car at key A8, it's different to a modern glider.
Yeah, that's true.
Install this WAV file. It's more drama in the air just from sound.
Well, I also have an Austria, a standard Austria, and flying that one is especially fun because you hear a little bit of the creaking of the wing panels and all that sort of thing, and it has its own sights and smells and sounds as well. So yeah, they're all different.
Yeah, I have a Gruner baby, and it creaks as well if you fly into a thermal, and then the smell of the dope and everything. It's very nice.
Oh wow, you have a Gruneau?
Yeah, I have a Gruner baby, 2B.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, we have
with
one as well.
with an open canopy.
I would love to fly one.
Yeah, come on by.
So Vic, you're doped. That will explain your results.
Yeah. I also have a K4, by the way.
Now the K4, that's got strut from the fuselage to the wing, if I recall. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow.
The baby as well.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the baby. In fact, I have it on my Condor, and I love flying that thing. But I would love to fly it in real life for sure.
And mine doesn't have the wheel. That's a modification, the wheel.
So do you winch or do you actually aero tow when you fly?
I do winch, aero tow, and bungee with it.
And bungee?
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Bungee works great with the Gruner baby. We do it as well at Wasserkuppe sometimes.
Tim, are you going back to the land?
I'm coming to your thermal.
Oh, it was a truck perspective. It looked like you were flying away and diving. It was because you were flying towards me.
Yeah.
It just looked. I think it was because I'm climbing so fast. It made it look like you were flying away
yeah,
from me.
exactly.
I'm averaging 4.4 right now on this one.
And you're turning right, Morten?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll turn right as well.
I'm on left now.
Oh.
I forgot about it. Anyhow, the K4, isn't it the same thing as the Rønlærke?
Yeah, it's a Rønlærke.
Oh, I had my first ever flight in that one when I was 13.
That was the K4 you're talking, or the Gruno?
No, the Rønlærke.
Yeah, the K4 is double seater.
Ah, okay, I see. My very first flight was at 14 years old in an American-made Schweitzer 222. And the tandem tube fabric and the rear seat didn't even have glass in it. It was open, but it was fun.
Yeah, the K4 is pretty similar to that one, to the 222.
I like the Rønlærke as a glider instructor when females are sitting in front.
You need the Doppelrad then.
Yes, the Doppelrad.
With only one stick.
And you have to hug the guy, the person in front of you to steer.
It would be nice with retractable struts for performance, but it might not be a good idea.
Frame rate is really poor.
Yeah. It's actually gotten worse for me.
11.
Depending where I'm looking, it's like 50 to 45.
I have 22.5. Normally it's 90 and it halved twice now.
Was für eine Grafikkarte hast du, Gerd? What graphics card do you have?
GeForce 2080 Ti.
Okay, that's quite
11
good
gigabyte.
one.
I have a 4080.
Okay.
Even better. That shouldn't be any problem.
No. Everything looks fine for me. Just a regular day at the office.
That's the first time for me I have no problems. I don't know.
I actually turned my visible distance down a notch. I don't know if that would improve it.
Yeah, that's what I've done. Since Condor came out, yes, I run it at the high or whatever below the highest set.
Yeah, exactly.
It helps for CPU too because there's less clouds for it to calculate or something.
But again, I'm flying on a 2D monitor, so it's hard to tell if it will improve the frame rates in VR.
Good luck, guys.
Good
luck.
You have to overpass to get up. Behind the ridge you have lift. It's weak here. It's a weak ridge.
Congrats on the Marburg win yesterday, Uwe.
Sorry?
You had a win yesterday. Congrats in Marburg.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, congrats, Uwe.
Yeah, congrats.
Bronk right behind him.
Yes.
And then I think weak. I think you guys might have been 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Uwe, Frank, then me.
Yeah.
We were together the whole flight.
Jan was actually much better than us, but he didn't manage to get over the last mountains. He was 10 km faster, I think.
Yeah, true.
Well, he wasn't really faster if he didn't leave enough to get over the mountains.
Yes, that's true.
The last switch was also mine death.
Did you see that time lapse I put up with the clouds?
Yeah, I know this problem.
I was just like, I had never noticed the one reappearing. Most of the time, there's not a lot of places where you get to see that. But I was like, oh, so they don't just actually go away. They're just like made invisible basically temporarily, and if they move back over a flat thing, they reappear suddenly with a pop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Ja, wo sollen wir los? Was wohin, aber...
Be careful if you come around the point where I came at. There are some power lines that are really hard to see because they're in the shadow of these clouds.
Yeah, the start also.
Maximum speed in the start was 170.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
With a tailwind, so it's really slow.
Yeah.
And 2,100 or 2,000?
90.
90. Oh. Dran, Uwe?
Ja, direkt.
Oh, I started at 172. 2 points.
Oh.
Ha! 169 and 1898.
Oh. Very nice week.
Thank you. Yeah.
Posting about starting 1899 and 170.
Oh.
Wow. Nice.
It wasn't such a pain to compile. I'd love to mess around with XE swords to make like a start, some kind of start assistant thing that has like audio cues for starting. Yeah, basically like kind of like the varying tone, but just a speed up or slow down.
Like the speed to fly thingy.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually looked into trying to compile XE source so I could play around with changing stuff, and then I was like, you basically gotta install Linux and the right version of Linux, the right one, because he's using, I think, some version of Debian or something. It's like, that's the reason why I hate Linux.
John, quick question on the XE Soar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so were you able to enable the stick controls to do any other functions on XC Soar, or is it just for viewing only, say?
It's weird. I just touch it with my fingers and it works. I'm running on a tablet.
Okay, because the best I could do is maybe just pin the tablet in my VR and then just look at it for reference. And I know that it has an auto thermaling page coming on it, and when you get to final glide page, it does that automatically as well. But I couldn't do any of the other functions on it, so it was a little difficult to do that in VR.
Yeah, I've never messed with it like that. I just have I'm just using a regular monitor and I have my tablet next to it. Yep, between the joystick and the monitor, basically.
Oh yeah, these power lines are killers here.
Oh yeah, because in the shadow there, they're really hard to see.
They're right where the thermal is as well.
Frame is back up to 60 now.
Doug, there is a guy that if you go to U.S. Soaring competition page and it has the information to get on U.S. Soaring's Discord, there is a guy that has built all kinds of hotkeys and has all kinds of stuff for running XC Soar in VR and pinning it and all that good fun stuff.
I'm sorry, what was that page again?
Well, go like you're gonna. Sorry, Frank.
You said it was the U.S. team, John? Or I think that was Bruce talking.
Oh, good save, Dennis.
Sorry about that, Frank. I didn't see you until the last second.
But on the way down, Dennis, you were nearly hitting me as well.
Did you see that save over the trees? Wow.
I did expect to hear the crash, but I never saw it, and I never heard it.
Always looked like his winglets touched the top. He pulled so hard.
Okay.
Sorry, Dennis, I didn't see you.
Yeah, we merged in such a way that I was on the underside of it a little bit.
I threw also. Yeah, thanks for putting those flap speeds up for the Minac. I'm on XR on Condor3. I put up a little thing with a airspeed indicator with the markings on it.
Yeah, I just used the flap tape in your legs.
We got catasser rings who did flaps too, but I kind of like having the flap ring, something on the airspeed. Also, why does it say it can hold 80 kilograms of water, but you can only put 25 in?
Because of the fast batteries.
Okay.
.6 kilos, I think.
So the batteries probably weigh more than the motor itself does.
Yeah, the batteries are like 26 kilos, two pieces. So 25 kilos or something like that. 50 kilos in batteries in total. It depends a bit on what system you have. They have different kilowatt ratings.
I find annoying with US microlight or ultralight rules. I mean, with the ultralight rules, you should be able to make an electric flyer, but I don't even know if you can make an electric ultralight. It's like the rules for ultralights haven't been updated since like the 30s or something. It looks like.
Just make it experimental, then you can do whatever.
Well, the difference is you do have to. Experimental does actually still have some stuff. An ultralight is literally your mom can sit there and go, "I'm gonna go fly my ultralight," and that's it. There is literally no regulation. It's less regulated than a car. it literally is.
Geh mal weiter.
Ja.
Yeah, I think with electric airplanes becoming more the norm, they're probably going to have to start looking at how they're going to calculate battery energy versus 5 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
We already have, in our operations manuals for the airline, we already have fuel/energy everywhere.
Oh, no kidding.
Because all the EASA regulations are already for battery power as well.
Oh, interesting. That makes sense for different kinds of fuel too. I mean, if you use different kind of fuel, they have different energy densities.
Yeah, they just have fuel energy, and then you need 30 minutes. So it doesn't matter which power source it is. It just needs to be 30 minutes this and 5% that. And then it doesn't matter if it's electric or petrol or Jet A or hydrogen or.
I hope the frame rate is coming better. That's not right. So
I have 45 steady now.
Yeah,
14.
I mean, I'm getting steady 60 now, closer to the turn point, but.
I don't understand why some people are getting hit hard with that and others are not.
Yeah, well, it's VR, so that doubles your amount of that's doubling the pixels you're rendering. Just straight up.
I have 36 with a 1080 Ti.
Normally no problems.
Oh, I have 60 with 1080 Ti.
But that's flat screen.
Yeah, right.
But the thing in VR is, as soon as it can't get your frame rate, like if you have set 90s like I have, when it runs out of resources, it just halves the frame rate.
But also, if you've got any kind of super sampling turned on for VR, that pushes the resolution up actually even higher than the base resolution too.
Well, the base resolution of the Quest 3 is about a 4K monitor.
Ich habe mit dem Joystick das Probleme gehabt. Scheiße. Ja, wie gesagt, ich ja auch heute. Viele haben Probleme heute mit der Bildrate, weil hier wahrscheinlich so viele Wolken in den Front sind heute anschweben. Also ich habe hier ein ganz flackerndes Bild, also ich kann kaum fliegen.
Alle
Ja,
haben
nicht
Schwierigkeiten.
alle, ja.
Ja, die haben den Task ist nicht gemacht in Condor 3, der ist gemacht in Condor 2 und deswegen sind die Wolken eigentlich viel größer, als sie sein sollten.
Ich weiß auch nicht, ob ich den zu Ende. Ich weiß auch nicht, ob ich den zu Ende fliegen kann, bei dem ich direkt liege, aber.
Dass ich schon mit einem 4080 Probleme habe, ist.
Also ich habe eine 4070 und das ist einwandfrei, kein Problem. Allerdings
Aber
mit
das ist nicht
60,
im VR, ne?
nee, mit 60 FPS.
Lots of clouds and no thermals on here.
Woran siehst du, dass das in Condor 2 gemacht wurde?
Die Wolkenparameter sind außerhalb die Limiten, die man in Condor 3 setzen kann.
Ah, okay.
I know what CRA's doing over there, Gary. He's just screwing around over there.
Again?
CRA is just messing around over there.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh man, I'm gonna get up. I cannot catch a single. I haven't caught a thermal for quite a while now.
Ja, eigentlich müsste da vorne in der Sonne ja jetzt der Ballermann stehen.
Ich glaube, wir müssen hier gleich wieder rechts rüber, ne?
Ja.
Ja.
Wo Tim ist.
Ja.
And that thermal you guys used at the start's gone. Dang it. I'm starting really late. No
Yeah,
thermal.
behind me or somewhere.
No thermal. None.
I was so close with the power line, so I had luck.
I take my first round under the power line.
Okay. Better.
Safety first.
I never would do that in real life.
Oh, really?
YOLO.
No.
But you survived.
Yes.
See, Condor3 useful for training useful real life skills.
Oh, I saw an outlanding last year at the Worlds. Guy landed underneath the power lines. He flew his final underneath the power lines.
Did he do it intentionally, or did he just not see it until he was?
Oh, it was intentional.
I have power, and I saw the 1.9, also LS8, and he circles, and I go there under it, and
Yeah.
okay.
I had a friend on the Danish national team who lost his life in Poland, flying along the power lines, waiting for, a field to land and go below the power lines. Unfortunately, he went too slow looking for the field, and it was an LS7. It's not very forgiving, so
That's tragic.
yeah.
What's his name? Was it Flemming Snipe or something like that?
No, Lars, hvad hed han? Hansen, tror jeg, fra Sønderjysk, ja, i Polen ved Læsø.
Ja, godt huske ham. Ja, godt huske ulykken.
Ja, hans far fløj også.
Ja. The reason why we're speaking Danish sometimes is just we need to practice our own language.
Yeah.
How dare you speak Danish in the Danish channel?
Yeah, you say so.
Done.
Christian?
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Red.
I'm going back. I am not going wherever else. It's a disaster.
I can't even hardly get started here.
I love these stubby wings. Buck wiping takes like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that yesterday when I flew it.
Oh yes, we have black wires then.
through my first race in an EB in Condor3 a couple days ago, and man, let me tell you, it's a commitment to push that plug wiper. A real time commitment.
Yeah.
Congrats, Tim.
Thank you.
Congrats, Tim.
Congrats.
Congrats, yeah.
This one's over 3, Andy.
So they. Oh, did they cut? Were there catch thermals on the? Okay, I cannot figure out thermals today at all. It looks like people over there are climbing on the ridge, on the side of the ridge facing away from the sun.
John, I think it's a little bit get high, stay high.
Well, I tried, but I didn't catch us. I caught halfway through that first leg. I had some thermals, and then every cloud I flew under had nothing. I didn't get any lift at all until I got right next to the turn point.
There's one growing really fast there. John, you see it?
Must be behind me.
On the right side of the valley. You're flying straight at it.
Yeah, I see. Over there by,
It's a bit raggedy, but I think you can reach.
By 330 LR, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just having a terrible time today.
I haven't seen anybody have a good race in a Minilac yet.
Let's wait for a week. He knows the matrix.
Yeah, I can see the numbers scrolling around the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, we just press H and you can see all the numbers.
If I press H, the only number I see is frame rate 1.
Okay, got it.
That's enjoy this.
Congrats.
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 Thank you.
Congrats, Mo.
I think I'm gonna have to land out pretty soon because I think I'm gonna be too low to catch thermals.
Don't break my pretty plane.
There's like a football stadium over here. In there.
I have tried 2 planes with a FES. It's very easy to use, but it doesn't climb very well.
No, the Minilac does. It is self-launching, so.
Yeah, I have seen the LAC 17B.
Yeah.
Sorry, C. And I say the main reason it came in the air, and that was without water, is probably because of the Earth's curvature.
Eurus self-launches this thing all the time. It works really well, he says.
Yeah, okay, I saw
But
it.
the Minilac is, of course, a lot lighter.
Yeah.
Congrats.
What? Thanks.
Tons of center.
I waited around here so long, the thermal you guys had's reformed again.
Get good, strong thermal right here.
Yeah, that's under that new cloud, I think.
Yep.
Good catch.
Ich gehe mal weiter.
I've tried 8 different electrical planes, and so far the most easy one to handle is the AS34 engine.
That's nice. It's the same engine as the 33, huh?
Yeah, it's completely the same now.
I also tried it. It was very good.
It's the perfect club plane.
Even for
33
me,
or 34, Frank?
33.
I still have to go to Schleicher to try it.
It will be expensive for you.
Why?
You'll buy one.
Yeah, to buy one, yes, but to try it so I can get the handling in Condor correct.
Okay, got it.
You can try Morton's in 2030 when it's delivered.
Yeah.
Well, according to the original delivering plan, it's only 15 months left.
Okay, nice.
It should be like modern, like video cards. So you order it, and it takes 11 months to show up, and then by then the 43 or 53 is out, and it's already obsolete.
No. The lifespan of a new glider is, as a competitive glider, is approximately 10 years.
Ja, Wieg, wenn du bei uns beim Vergleichsfliegen mitfliegst, kannst du so bestimmt Probe fliegen. An einem schlechten Tag.
Wann ist das?
Ich muss noch mal gucken. Irgendwann am 10.05. Ich kann dir mal die Einladung schicken.
Jo.
Weil der Peter Krämer kommt dann zu uns. Der fliegt mit.
Ja, wahrscheinlich kann ich dann auch seinen Flieger beim Schleicher einfach Probe fliegen.
Ja, bestimmt auch.
Das muss ich mit den Thomas Lenzinger oder sowas klären.
Jo, no, I'm still flying, that's great.
That's good.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah, still with 12, 13 frames.
Could close one eyes, then you have only 2D, not 3D.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe it's better then.
Hope I can get on that next set. X-ray should be in Maya clouds. Oh man. Looking at the mountains up ahead, buried in clouds. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to do this turn point. Yeah, I think the problem is through these huge clouds, it's like trying to find the thermal in there. Then when the train's kind of jumbled up and you can't tell, but it's not obvious where the thermal's coming off the ground. You're like, it's just lucky you hit them.
No, it's difficult this time. It's difficult to find the lift out this cloud.
And it was with normal hydration.
Yep.
Then having to fly for the sink on the lee side.
Hi, Dennis. I only hear you, I don't see you.
I hear you and don't see you either.
That sounds a little dangerous.
I'm looking, but you're either under me or behind me.
I'm behind you. And you are behind me, and I was flying a little bit slow. You overtake me on the right side.
Yeah, brakes wasn't enough.
What a terrible problem to have. Come down here, we can. You don't have to worry about that.
Wow, this is expensive flying into the clouds.
Yes.
Very dangerous.
I had full brakes at V&E, fluttering, still went into the clouds.
In Germany, you have to be 300 meters below the clouds.
Everywhere, yeah, 1,000 feet.
Yeah, but you need to measure them in order to find out that there's 300 meters to the clouds. So once you're there, you measure them and then you hurry down again.
Yeah, you have to check every so often what cloud base is, so you can stay 300 meters below it.
Exactly. All cloud
US.
all cloud.
About every
In the
thermal,
US.
you need to check that.
In the U.S., when you fly for the airlines, you get route checked every once in a while by a FAA guy, and I've had him in the cockpit say, if you don't stick your wingtip into the cloud, I can't tell whether you're in the cloud or not, or what your distance is.
It's
Well, those are
1,000
the
feet
more reasonable
vertically and
ones.
5 kilometers horizontally here in Class Echo airspace.
In the U.S., there's below 10,000, it's 500 under, 1,000 above, and 1,000 horizontally, and then when you're above 10, doubles basically.
Geh mal weiter.
Aber direkt drüber, ne?
Ich wäre noch links zu dem Schatz gegangen, oder?
Ja, okay.
Rechts mein. Ja, war glaube ich ganz gut.
Wie viel muss man da haben, darüber zu kommen?
2,8.
8 vielleicht.
So where is this humongous cloud coming from? Whoopsie.
Well, I hate going in the clouds, but I sure do like going up.
Wait, has the wind direction changed? Are we in a different weather zone?
Not at the moment here.
The wind direction in the weather zone is, it was from the south, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was about 160 degrees different or something.
But also the cloud base has to rise up.
can see the weather zone here where the small clouds are.
The cloud base dropped from 2150 to 1850 in the weather zone.
Yeah, to the right is a weather zone. You can see the smaller clouds.
I noticed there's a Tchin Tchin skin for the Ventus 15. Thanks, Andreas.
You're welcome.
I used that last night.
Frame rate's gone even worse now. It's 45.
15.
You said that's Shift A to get the frame rate?
Shift D.
Ten.
Yes, the clouds are changing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have frame rate of about 15 here as well.
I'm 80. I mean, I don't think I got anything very fast or anything here.
But no, you're not up here. This is closer to the turn point.
Like weak letters in the wind. Are they
Yeah,
flying?
We're approaching turn point 2, and there's a lot more clouds over here. Oh man, I just have the worst luck today finding thermals on these things. Everybody else is just cruising along in cloud base, staying up there high, and it's like for me, I randomly keep on missing the thermals.
How long did it take you to make that time lapse, by the way?
I don't know how long it was. I had it running actually on my second monitor while I was watching Tim's stream the other day. Yeah, I actually took that long to render it because I have an old copy of Sony Vegas, and then when it does that time lapse, when it slows it down and it does interpolation on it, so it blends them together. It's an old one. It's all CPU bound and it runs slow on my old computer. But that was multiple levels of render. Slow down, re-render, slow it down again, re-render it to get down to that speed.
Mal gucken, was der 330 da vorne hat, weil das ist ja Schrott, was wir hier machen, oder? Ja, gucken.
Bianchi, yeah.
Get to it. Oh dear.
Looks like the handicap from the mini lag is not that bad, actually.
I thought it was pretty close to the LS8.
It's about LS4 actually.
It's 103 in Condor.
Geh weiter.
Ja, es könnte gerade so lange.
Because the LS4 is 104, so... But it glides better than the LS4 if I look at Tim.
Ah, it's nearly the same.
At high speed it does better, I think.
Würdest du noch links machen oder nicht?
No.
Okay.
Aber schön langsam rein. Das könnte gerade so lang für die Ecke.
Ja.
Oh man, I just barely kicked that thermal there. I didn't get really anything off of it. Yeah, there's basically nothing down here where I'm at.
Yeah, it's very strong here where I am.
Yeah, I don't even know where it's coming from. I cannot figure out where this thermal would even be. I mean, there's nothing down here on the ground.
It's very difficult.
I think it's on the opposite side of the ridge, John.
I came from the opposite side. I literally flew over the ridge directly under people from the backside, popped over it, and then just basically got nothing on the other side either. Is thermal helpers turned on? No, I'm not going to do it because it's not worth it. But I can see Tim's in the same spot I'm in.
Yeah.
Can't find thermals.
Nope.
It's like it's, you know what? No, thermal helpers aren't turned on, so never mind. That was at the point where, is it like starting in the air above the ridge?
Yeah, maybe.
J and V were here circling. Is it coming off the lower ridge?
You said this was converted from Condor 2?
Yeah.
Maybe that has something to do with it.
No, that wouldn't matter.
No air mass, just wind speed.
Just the cloud size. Oh, there's a new cloud forming here underneath, John.
Yeah, I'm under you.
I'm getting lift right here, Tim. So maybe
Thanks,
the
John.
lower ridge below me. Dang, I cannot tell where. The problem is if that thermal's coming off the lower part of the ridge, it'll be tilted up at a weird angle, so you won't be. You'll have to be away from the ridge to catch it.
Ja, lang.
Ja. Geht. Wenn Don dort ein eiskalt auf den Gletscher gesetzt.
Oh, at this point I don't even care. I'm just gonna go and.
Vicky?
Thanks.
Congrats.
Oh yeah, there's the wind shift from the weather zone.
What direction is the wind coming from over there? Sorry.
North. Now northwest even.
John, in this area, even though I'm quite low, it was the other side was working, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll see.
That's Andreas.
Thanks.
That's nice.
Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah, this side of the ridge is actually working. Barely.
And the wind direction here is 335, John.
I'm too low. Yeah, I'm actually getting a lot of sync now.
Zero syncing on this side.
Nope. If you're a little bit lower, it's actually sync. Where I'm at, I'm syncing. Yeah.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about.
Or stinking.
I'm thinking about some of those fields I looked at when I was flying over the valley.
Congrats week.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Next week.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go land.
Congrats week.
Danke.
With the small wings.
Ja, ist weniger Widerstand, ne?
Ja.
Oh, könnte man auch sagen, ja. Aber du weißt ja, ich komme von der großen Flieger.
Ich flieg, was John jetzt fliegt, normalerweise. Aber ab nächste Saison mit Winglets.
Oh, dang it, I broke my...
Das ist ja auch eine Vergrößerung der Spannweite, virtuell.
Morton, are you
Ja,
going
genau.
right?
Say again.
Are you going right?
I'm going in 8.
To add insult to injury, I broke my wipers near the end of the wings.
Der König hatte fast so viel Spannweite wie du mit der 737.
Congrats.
Let's get.
EB? Oder was
congrats.
hattest du?
Nimbus
Oh.
4.
There is
Ach,
not a
yeah.
lot of place to land down here. There's a golf course.
Hey, Dennis.
I will be at home with McGrady 3.
The last turn point is a problem.
McGrady in the Alps is not the same as McGrady in the flat land.
Let's see if I can just make it back to the airport.
Right when I have a wall facing right into the wind, right when I get there, and then the wind's only like 0.5. That's timing for you.
Only we try it direct. Andreas.
Yep.
Get enough speed.
Jesus, the wind just did a 180. Oh, now it's back.
Hi, Doc.
Man, I chose the wrong canyon to go into. Oh.
That's him.
Thank you.
That's him.
Congrats, Tim.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Congrats, yeah.
Congrats. You have to be patient. Very focused.
That's good.
Thanks.
Did you catch it, Rick?
That's really fun.
Congrats.
Congrats.
I don't know who hit me though.
Did you catch it in time?
Zuck.
I
hit
caught it
you.
eventually.
Juliet Alpha Zulu hit you, right?
Oh, thank you.
Cloud base came back down.
The cloud base was supposed to drop 300
Responding.
meters in that zone.
Draußen, ich seh dich.
I was just saying hi. I need a bunch of sync to get me back to the airport. No, wait, that's not what I was thinking.
Congrats, Andy and Andreas.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats, guys.
Congrats.
Minimum finish height.
It's the ground. I'm sorry. It is the ground, 410 meters.
I don't see anything on the map.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything on the map. I was just double checking.
Yeah, the finish elevation is 410 at the pole, I guess.
There's almost 4 meters per second sink here in this little valley.
But if you get to the last turn point there, you're so high that this thing is irrelevant.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to get back to the airport. No.
Okay.
Congrats, Dennis.
Well, I've just ripped a wing off, fluttered.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had final glide at 2.5 to the airport, and then just hit enormous sink in the middle of this little narrow valley. What the? What?
6 meters sinking, yeah.
I got shoved down so hard into the tree that I couldn't stop it.
Hey, you broke my nice glider.
And now my frame rate's now 30 frames per second. And I was trying to make it back to the airport. I was legitimately trying to fly back to Vex, and then I basically died. I couldn't do anything to avoid being just shoved down in the bottom of this valley. About 24 frames per second. Wow, there's a long frame rate out there.
Yeah, I don't know what's been happening on this flight, but my frame rates have been all over the place. We've judged with stuttering.
Oh,
Yeah, we restricted
Congrats, guys.
We restricted this
Congrats.
cloud size for a reason. When they set the parameters outside of what Condor allows, then you get this.
Andreas, we make a finish race.
Achtung.
Sorry, Big
Regular
Boss.
price.
Big Boss was outside
Congrats.
the Condor specifications.
The
Was
inversion
meinst
height.
du?
Ah,
Finish
okay.
race, ihr zwei.
Congrats,
Links
Max.
von mir.
Scheiße. Das ist gefährlich hier.
Thanks. I managed to damage my bug wipers again.
I didn't lose it the whole time.
Yeah, I destroyed mine 80 kilometers before the finish.
I was so concentrated with my frame rate, 8 frame rate now.
Congrats,
Oh, no.
Ray. Congrats, Frank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congrats,
Congrats,
Gregor.
guys.
Thank you.
What about Frank and Gregor? Really did good today, man. How do you guys get over these mountains?
You know, when the barrier beeps, you have to circle. And then you go up, and you can get over.
The clouds look lower than the
Pull
mountain
up,
tops.
pull up.
We're on the lee side of the mountain.
Congrats, Andreas. You won the final race.
Not sure.
No, I am
Now,
behind
yeah.
you.
Congrats. Also, congrats.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats to you, Andy. Where are you? Where are you?
Oh, Andy, amazing.
Ah, below me. Amazing.
Very nice ending.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Second.
Yeah, what?
Wow, congrats.
The weather
well done.
settings were quite strange. We had everywhere climbing. It was
Wait, you said you had air climbing everywhere? But it must have been flying
Yeah.
fantastic than me.
just don't have the VNE to go any faster.
Oh, I know.
It's annoying against the LS8s.
Yeah, I did it yesterday. Thing happened to me yesterday. Everybody was flying past me. It's like I'm going as fast as I can, and everyone's just zipping by.
Henry and I started on the same time, and he was the first at the first terminal, and I was going under the power line and then going to the terminal, and he was 50 meters higher than. That's the 9 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening in my VR tonight, but the frame rates were all over the place. The screen was juttering about. Even Cotasa shut down.
The whole time.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
your
because-
VR, Rick. It's happening on a flat screen.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
say
the
my
weather settings are outside the parameters we allowed just to avoid this.
so I've never had Cotasa shut down on me before, but it did this time, which is why I ended up fluttering. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Good luck to those that are still flying. Well done to those that have finished. And I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll catch you on Wednesday. See you.
Hey, Rick.
Bye,
Have
Rich.
a good
See you.
afternoon and evening. Enjoy your time tomorrow. And we'll see you on Wednesday.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, take care, fellas. See ya.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's.
Take it.
Actually, I don't know. I just loaded it up and checked it, and the thermals for that base setting are all it's showing me loaded, or they're in the range that you can set normally.
Try to move the inversion height.
John, you have to do new task for Tchin Tchin.
Yeah, the inversion is as high as it can go. It doesn't change or do anything weird. If I move it up 8, it starts doing over development. If I move it down, it's not. It wasn't like I said. It was actually set to the normal what you can set it to.
I'll try it.
So I have to leave. The pizza guy just arrived. Have a nice evening and see you tomorrow.
Nice evening. Bye.
See you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
And leave as well. Thanks for the flight, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Hey, see you tomorrow.
Next flight, do you go to DG for the week?
Second Andy.
The week competition today.
Yeah, Dutch Condor Group 1, the DC3s later.
Yes.
You know if that's going to be an ATT pay or a regular one?
No, it's a regular task with open class.
Oh, very nice. Open class is my class.
With a weight limit at the 30.
Ja.
Say bye to see you later.
Ja, die is nou wel.
Bye-bye.
Yo, bye-bye. Ciao.
Ja.
Bye-bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
Well, it cost me 5 minutes not taking the thermals before the turn point in the mountains.
Yeah, I think I spent 10 minutes on a parking ticket.
Yeah.
So it was going so well, but then I was just a few hundred meters too low.
Wie läuft der Elektromotor im Rückflug?
Ja, klar. Elektro schon, ne?
Okay, also bye-bye, gell?
Guck mal, ob das hier klappt unter die Powerlines.
Here.
Hey. Hey, Mike. Now 19 frames.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
Reds.
Yeah. What?
So Vic, you are a 737 pilot.
Yes.
Do you have any opinion about this accident in South Korea?
No, no idea.
That's a Boeing 737. That's all.
Yeah.
Was it the Max?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
No, it was an 800.
Oh, is that the one that did? Is that the one that?
Yeah, the Jeju. I think they had a dual hydraulic failure or something.
Whoa.
I don't know. The thing is, you on the 7.3, if you need to do gravity extension, the co-pilot actually needs to get out of the chair.
Yeah.
You can't reach it.
So you think they have double hydraulic failure?
Yeah, I think.
And
it's
then
a tough one to call.
There's the possibility they had a bird strike and took out one of the two engines and accidentally shut the other one down, which would have brought all that together.
Yeah, that's why.
Or they had a dual engine flame out. That could also be. Then you also get a dual hydraulic.
Well, I saw some of the video that was posted on YouTube, and it appears as though the right engine had sucked in a bird and they did the go-around. But even as they were trying to make the landing and with the gear up, you could still see almost the exhaust trail. So what that tells me is maybe they still had some partial thrust remaining even on the affected engine. But that's, highly speculative. Only you can see what kind of results there were, let's say, from the video. But once they come up with even the preliminary accident report, we'll know a whole lot more. But it's a tough one to call, guys.
Yeah.
Now I don't know enough about the systems on the 737. I did look at the schematics, and it looks like if they had even any kind of electrical generator going, the electric-driven hydraulic pumps would have still been able to provide the pressure. But now we're sitting in what we call armchair quarterbacking, and we don't know what was going on. What is very apparent.
If you have a dual engine flame out, you lose all the AC power as well, or the high power AC. So you lose both engine-driven hydraulic pumps, you use both electric hydraulic pumps if you have a dual engine flame out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought as well, yeah. But my suspicion, though, and it's just my suspicion, is that it looked like the right engine was still producing thrust because you could see the exhaust coming out of it even as they touched down.
Well, also, here's the thing. I don't think they could have had complete hydraulic failure because they lined up and landed, with quotes around landing, on the runway really long, and then went off the end of the runway into a berm on the end of the runway.
Well, the 7.3 has reversible control, so you can steer without hydraulics.
Well, I know what I'm saying. They had control all the way down the landing. They just did it very, very extremely poorly because of the landing, and apparently didn't even think to lower their gear. I know that they made the gear extension work with it. There's a T-handle so you pull the cables on and everything.
But that's underneath the co-pilot seat. You can't reach it when you're in the seat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I guess, like you're saying, if they had control failure and they both pilots needed to be operating in control, but they still landed and they ended up landing so long they couldn't even stop and right. It's just kind of the whole thing is weird.
Well, the only thing that makes sense is they had no time to actually go through any procedures. If they had one engine fully functional, they would have had time to have taken care of things. So the dual engine failure is about the only thing that makes sense unless they were completely incompetent, which we're not saying at this point.
Yeah.
Is
that would be my first suspicion, that they had a dual engine failure, but yeah.
Yep. Whether it was induced by birds for both of them, or whether it was accidentally, because there have been other accidents where an engine fails and in the heat of the moment they make an incorrect decision and shut the wrong one down.
Airbus has a checklist for dual engine flame out. Boeing does not, or low altitude dual engine flame out.
And there's no APU?
There is, but it takes a while to start.
Yeah.
Then you get your hydraulics back if you make the APU run, but if you do only a teardrop, then it barely gets the APU running.
But what if you put out this small turbine? I forgot the name of it. Can it give you...
7.3 doesn't have that. It's only the others.
Okay.
RAT.
Yeah, Ramat
Yeah,
turbine.
that was the name. Okay, so how do you get... so the only way to get hydraulic power is actually out of the APU?
Yeah, you need one AC power source or one engine to have hydraulics.
Okay, got it.
But the 7.3 can fly totally without hydraulics. It just needs, because the flaps can be extended electrically in the alternate system. Okay. And gears manuals, so you only need electric and no hydraulics to fly it.
Oh, that's done and done.
And the Airbus doesn't fly without hydraulics.
Well, judging from the amount of time that they had in the air and having to do that reversal runway landing, my best guess, and it's only a guess, is that there was a total or dual engine failure. But looking at
what also
that
points
video,
to that, if I may, it's because they lost that transponder when they did the go around. That means you also don't have AC power, because the transponder is AC powered as well.
I'm sorry, say that again.
They lost on final. They went around and then they lost the transponder, which for me points to a total electric failure as well, which means dual engine flame out.
Yeah, very interesting
point. The transponder went off
yeah.
at like 900 feet or something.
Yeah, correct, yeah. But that begs the question, is that, well, it looked like where the ADS data stopped was about 4 miles final for runway 01. So that really confuses the hell out of me, because it was not during the go-round where the ADS data stopped.
Yeah, you have to check the ground speed and the altitude if it makes sense at that point for a normal approach, or it makes sense for a go-around. If you get birds in both engines, you press toga, and during the maneuver into the go-around, both engines flame out because of the high power and damage. You just seize or something.
Right, Tim, I catch your money back. Going down from the plane.
I haven't heard this one before, but it makes sense that they lost all their engine power.
Yeah, and that means you also lose all hydraulics. So that makes sense that they have the flaps at least partially up, because there will be some pressure in the system to get the gear up and to retract the flaps, at least partially.
Yeah. Anyhow, if they happen to have this concrete wall at the end of the runway, more of them have probably survived.
Yeah, but behind the wall, if the wall wasn't there, there was a fence and a ditch and everything and a road, so that would have crashed anyway.
Yeah. You were right, but maybe more of them survived.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they have on the preliminary report and how much data they were able to take away from the flight data recorder. Apparently, it was damaged when they retrieved it, but hopefully they'll have something that they could read.
Okay, probably the cockpit motion recorder was intact. We got that, but the data recorder was damaged.
See y'all later.
What?
Thanks.
See you.
User disconnected from your channel.
Don't wait up for me, guys. I'll make it. I want to get done in time to do the DCG. It's a problem.
Hey, Bruce, you're slower than me.
Oh, I've just had it. It's just been tough the whole time. Finally found a thermal here. I missed the thermal at the beginning everybody took. And that put me in the hole right off.
But now Bruce goes up over 3,000 and go home.
Hi, Mokta. Well, if
I'm
the
either going to make it over here or I'm going to be down. We'll see. It's time to get over the
if the game sound is too loud, I can try to lower it next time in my
I
streaming.
found a thermal on the lee side.
Yeah,
What
see
you
you on
saying?
the Como map.
So what you're saying is that if you still have the battery power on the 737, then you can extract the flaps.
Yes, via the static inverters.
Okay.
But you need to use the alternate flap extension. I don't have enough hours and experience on the 7.3 to. I have to look in the books if what exactly is powered then, but I'm not quite sure what's on the essential AC buses.
But you say 732. You mean 737?
Yeah, so you have battery power, and then you have static inverters to power the essential AC. But I don't know what exactly is on the essential AC bus.
Okay.
I imagine at least one of the electrically driven hydraulic pumps should be possibly the landing gear side, and I think that was the system B side. If
hydraulic B, yeah.
Yeah,
gears on B.
Yeah, and I think the essential hydraulic is
No,
able to power
gears
the
on A. Sorry, gears on A. B can assist. Gear is basically on both systems. Normal extension and retraction is on A, and nose wheel steering as well. But if you lose pressure or fluid in A, then you can also retract it on system B.
Oh, so it's okay. So basically, system B is the backup, so you could extend and retract. Is that correct?
No, you can retract on B, because if you lose engine 1 on takeoff, which does hydraulic A, you can retract the gear with system B, but the extension is then via gravity.
Ah, okay, understood. Okay, very good.
So what
for
you're
the go-around
saying
performance, you need to gear up.
So what you're saying is that if you have electrical power, then you also have hydraulic power, even though maybe only on one system.
Yeah, the 7.3 has 2 engine-driven pumps and 2 electric pumps, and the electric pumps are reversed. So engine 1 does the mechanical hydraulic pump for system A, and the electric pump for system B.
Okay, and then you have the batteries, and they can run, I don't know, for 10 minutes or something like that.
The batteries is 60 minutes.
60 minutes. Okay,
Yes.
so that's the reason why they don't have this rat turbine.
Okay, I'm going to get out of here. You guys all have a great afternoon and evening. Congrats to everybody that's done, and good luck to those still flying.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Mike.
Good day, Mike. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm looking at. Looks like the inverter runs the bus 1 on the AC.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, by the way, the reason for the rat on some of the other aircraft is that when you have hydraulically powered controls with no mechanical backup, not having not having a backup of some kind would not have been certifiable, which is why you have a ram air turbine. Now, some of them just power a generator, some of them actually have a rat hydraulic pump on them. but regardless of that, you had to have some kind of a backup for the controls. So the 7.3 being a vintage where it still had cable control, that was its backup, which means it did not need a rad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, thank you for the explanation. I got a lot clever.
Now, I don't know very much about Boeing products, but I do know something about certification of aircraft. I used to work for Bombardier, and basically that's kind of what it was all about with backups and certification and all that good stuff. So, yeah, pretty much every Bombardier product that came out of Canadair or de Havilland, well, maybe not the Dash 8s or anything, but they all had rats on them.
Yeah. But if you go back to this 737, so even though if you lose both engine, you still have electrical power to drive the hydraulics.
No, the AC, the static inverter does not power transfer bus 1. It only powers the standby bus.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would imagine that if you were able to get the APU back online, you could probably restore some of your AC power, but the amount of time that you would have maybe available was certainly in this particular accident was just not available.
So you have the 2 batteries, and then you have the static inverter, and the static inverter via the standby normal relay goes to the standby bus and the 2 AC standby buses. But I don't know what is on the AC standby.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you're talking inverters, you're probably not talking about very heavy load items like AC pumps, I would imagine, but I could be wrong. Anyway, wonderful conversation, gentlemen. That was a hell of an interesting course. I almost didn't make it back because I went through one of the valleys there that had a fjord on it thinking I could make a shortcut, but boy, oh boy, I just about bought it on a glacier.
Yeah, Doug, that was quite tough.
Well, you know, that's when you really start slowing right down to your best L over D just to actually toboggan down the glacier until you hit the cliff there, and then that pretty much saved my bacon on that one. But it was interesting, I have to say.
Yeah, well, but the good thing is that the glaciers are melting. We shouldn't worry about that in the future.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind if I ever come to Europe to do some real sailplane flying.
Yeah.
You know that the poles are melting, Tim.
Oh yeah, that's what a Danish politician said once. The poles.
Yeah, he was the foreign minister.
Well, you know, I can tell you one thing for certain. When my very first flight from North America over towards Europe, we passed to the southern point of Greenland, and it's called Prince Christiansund or something like that, if I recall. And back then, you could see the glacier quite well. But the last time I flew over was maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was pretty much not, well, it had receded significantly. So there is something happening out there. You know, I'm not going to get political as to whether it's carbon dioxide or whether it's the tilt of the Earth or anything, but it is there.
Yeah, just within 6 or 7 years.
Well, the last time I flew over Prince Christian and I was able to see the ground, well, water and everything like that, the glacier that was feeding it, well, you know, you could see a lot of icebergs at the very southern tip of Greenland, but it was more open water than, you know, as you got into the southern tip, like say, and where the glaciers were, and they had melted pretty significantly.
Yeah, that's a problem because it leads a water stream into the oceans. But I mean, the North Pole is pretty much frozen sea, so it shouldn't affect the rising of the sea level.
No, I don't really think so. I mean, if
No, not in the
they
Nordic
say
Ocean.
that the glaciers are right in the middle of Greenland are almost 12,000 feet thick, sort of thing. So I think it'll take many centuries before there's any major difference there. I'm talking about specifically the southern coast. So something's happening. And you know what, when you take a look at some of the scientists that say that have been going through glacial ages and interglacial periods and everything like that. I mean, I think what's happening right now over the course of 30 years that I've been traveling over the ocean and back, I think it's relatively minute, quite frankly. That's just my humble opinion.
I found it, by the way, here. You lose all hydraulic pumps or all hydraulic pressure when you lose both generators.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense because in the event of a double engine failure, your engine-driven pumps are gone, and you don't have any AC power to power the AC motor pumps, right?
Yep, and you also lose all flap control.
Yeah,
no flaps anymore.
So if both engine is missing, then suddenly you are in a new situation.
Yeah, with dual engine flame mode, you basically only have flight controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the manual gear deploy would take, I'm sure, a lot of time because I took a look at the 7.3's cockpit, and on the floor you have pull handles for each up lock for each landing gear, so it would take quite a while for the gear to come down. So if you were trying to do a low altitude dual engine flame out and get the gear down, well, good luck.
You have to get out of the chair because they are quite heavy to pull, and usually they are, when the plane is a bit old, they can be quite stuck. You need both hands to pull.
Yeah, we have a mechanical landing gear deploy on the CRJ Challenger and the regional jet and the Global, and they're all mechanical cable. And yeah, there's a lot of pull force. Now the 700, 900, they actually went with the same handle, but it's actually an electrical switch that actually drops the uplocks. But everything else that I mentioned was mechanical cable, and it's a good 50-pound force to try and get that because you're activating all three uplocks.
But let's just assume you got the wheel out. Can you, when out any hydraulic power, can you then still use the brakes?
Usually brakes also have accumulators, and that would give you anywhere between anywhere between 6 applications. Now, one application equals pressing on the brakes and holding them there. So technically speaking, you could use only one brake application and bring the aircraft to a stop. Now, when you start cycling the brakes, letting go of the brake pedal, and then reapplying the brake pedal, that's another cycle. But typically,
and one cycle is from 0 all the way to 100% pedal pressure. That's one cycle, and you have about 7 of those.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
What about the engine reverse?
No reverse. That's hydraulic.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, and if you don't have any hydraulics, that's not coming out. But one thing surprised me about the 7.3 is that it's an either or for the reverse or deployment. Either you have to be less than 10 feet rad alt, or you have to be weight on wheels, and that's the first time I had ever heard that.
It's a strange aircraft. I flew the Airbus before, and it makes much more sense to me, at least.
But it's an old aircraft, and there's been so many iterations on it on the same types of certificate.
Yeah, it's a bodge on top of a bodge, a little bit.
Yeah, and actually, much of it is actually original for the original Boeing 707.
Well, that was the era where it was designed and certified. I mean, it was in service back in the 1960s, and there's a lot of stuff that had advanced since then. So, but they in order to maintain the same 737 type certificate, Boeing had to actually keep very, very much of the same airframe, the same systems, the same, most of the same systems anyways. Otherwise, it could have been a very, very different issue for them. And the big issue for them, of course, is when the airplane receives a different type certificate, now the training and the parts numbers, et cetera, it just goes through the roof. So, basically what they did was they put lipstick on a pig for the last 40 years, 50 years is what happened. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the 7.3. I mean, it's one of the more prolific aircraft, but it is very, very much old technology, revamped with new engines, avionics, et cetera, but it's still very old technology for sure.
Hola, Ezequiel. ¿Cómo estás?
Just my humble opinion, by the way, guys. Again, I'm not bashing Boeing or Airbus. It's just my opinion on how the 7.3 is there. I think, quite frankly, I think it still has a lot of life left in it, for sure. But we're talking about a dinosaur of the jet age, quite frankly.
I'm coming through here so late at turn point 2 that the wind never even reversed.
In the valley to the waypoint, he did.
I guess it was supposed to come. Yeah, it was coming from the little bit of confusion now.
We were in the north, not in the south as you. We go back from the second waypoint, go to the north and around.
Oh, nice. Ezequiel?
Did you say that you have a standard Austria?
Muy bien.
Yes, standard Austria, an SH1.
Okay, I've tried the SHK.
Okay, so that's the what is it? The 18-meter version, I guess, and
I think it's a little bit more than it's around 17 meters.
Yeah, definitely. I was talking to the guy that sold me the Austria a couple of years ago, and he was saying that even the standard has got some pretty heavy wing panels, I have to say. But he was saying that in the older days, when somebody showed up with an SHK, people would sort of not run but walk away inconspicuously because nobody wanted to lift the wings to try and help rig.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was the same thing happening at our airfield.
Well,
but it's I only fly I think 2.
Bye bye.
Yeah, see you, Vic.
Bye, Vic.
Bye, everyone.
User disconnected from your channel.
I've flown it twice, and it was a nice plane.
I'm sorry, there was a lot of other chatter. Well, the user left channel. I didn't hear what you last said, Martin.
It was a very nice plane to fly, this SHK.
Well, I have to say, for the limited time I had on my Austria, I loved flying it. And of course, it was a real head turner because, well, it's a vintage and the V-tail, etc. Unfortunately, I had a takeoff incident where I got a little out of position, and so I released. And on the infield, I landed, and I must have hit a furrow or something, but unfortunately it took my landing gear, my main wheel out. I still have the airframe and I still want to get it back up because it's a vintage, but anyway, I still have it in its trailer, and I plan on having it fixed. But finding somebody nowadays to work on wood that is certified to do that is very difficult to find.
Yeah, don't worry, Ezequiel.
With
I was slow as well.
They have the certificate. Is it Schempert?
It's Schempert, yeah.
I got a huge
like I say,
parking
getting the
ticket,
diagrams or anything like that, and that sort of thing should not be a big problem. But getting somebody who is still alive, who still works on wood and can certify it again is another issue. So that's where my roadblock is right now, is finding an aircraft maintenance engineer who can work with wood or who wants to still.
Yeah. So where are you working from in US, or where are you living in US?
No, I'm in Canada.
Oh, you're Canada. Sorry for that. So you're Canadian.
Sometimes so am I.
I cannot differ from the accent if you are from Canada or you're from US.
Well, we can, but that's okay. Yes.
In Canada, in Canada, they say a boat.
Well, that's what the Americans say, but no, we say about just about everything. Pretty much everywhere else in the world, I have to say. But we have our own accent. There's no question.
I just heard some Canadians say it's all a boat.
It's all about.
I hear that too, and the Canadians, and also like Minnesota, up northern United States, up in there, they do that.
Well, I guess we do, but it doesn't really register in my mind. I'm speaking regular. Yeah. So, anyways, in Canada, eastern part of the country, it's actually in the province of Ontario, near the border. Quebec is where our gliding club is. And anyway, I had flown it for several hours and absolutely loved flying the Austria. What I did notice right off the bat, even on the first takeoff, was that the rudder control, or should I let's say yaw control, let's call it that way because it's not a rudder, was certainly not as responsive as I would have liked, and I think my lack of understanding that well enough, especially in a relatively strong crosswind, is what caused me to get out of position. And when I released into the infield, that's where I damaged the aircraft. So that was a very sad day for me. But like I say, I still have the Austria, and I still plan on getting it back up.
Yeah, in our club, we're both an aerotow club, but also a winch launching club. And when we have this SHK, it was told that you do not use the rudders in the winch launch, and you're using the rudders and the ailerons to wave if you're flying too fast or flying too slow. So and if you're using the rudders too much, there was actually a tendency that it could roll about its own axis.
Yeah, I could certainly understand that. I mean, I've got very limited winch flying. I used to be instructing with the Air Cadets, and they had a winch, and I got winch rated on a Schweitzer 233, which is the trainer glider for our Royal Air Canadian Air Cadets, and it was fun. But I would have to be very much on my toes if I was going to winch launch the Austria. That's for sure.
No, Mokhtar, I'm from Denmark.
Looking aircraft.
It's Doug from
Anyhow, I would drop
Canada.
out. Thank you very much for all the explanation about the aircraft systems. It was very enjoyable and very nice of you both to talk about it.
Oh, no problem. I mean, that was part of my working life, but right now I like to concentrate on doing a really fun thing like this, actually. But it was certainly enjoyable, and with that, I'm going to also leave. So, gentlemen, have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, same to you. See you all.
Same
Bye-bye.
to you. Bye-bye, all.
And Bruce, Bruce, you must nearly be home.
No, last repoint.
Yeah. She would be a nice person to wait for Bruce.
16 kilometers to go.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you, Bruce.
Oh,
Yeah, I told Bruce.
no need to do that, my friends. That's very kind of you. I'll make it. Very kind of you.
You did it too, always.
Yeah, Mokhtar, I know. I could relay it, but I guess he's from an English-speaking part of Canada. But I can try to ask him next time.
I had it took me 3 times to get a good start, and by then everybody was gone, and so was the thermal there you guys all took at the first hill.
We have another Canadian on TeamSpeak
who came back and restarted even after I did. He didn't make it.
Who speaks both French and English.
He died right before the second turn point. Couldn't get over. It's so low.
So do you speak French, Mokhtar?
Yeah, the most of our guys are going in the valley to the second waypoint and going back to the north, and this way you took another way.
I went around from the south. I went to the southwestern point.
Nice.
Yeah.
Comment ça va?
I mean, I just didn't. I mean, the problem was I didn't have lift. If I had lift going to the south, no problem, and I finally found it. The mountains still looked really high going around. I didn't see a need to go around. I can go right over right there to the south.
Nice. My French is not very good.
It's just I couldn't find a thermal to stay up.
I can only say...
oh, I see GBO over there.
Oh, yes.
2 pieds pression, demi-litre.
That's a feel-good thing.
Yeah, we are on TeamSpeak.
40 frame rate.
And actually,
Yeah, I have 14 in the moment.
if you would like to join us,
I
there
just
is a
think it's
link
hitting some people differently today for some reason. I don't know why.
in the
It was
video
nearly
description.
not flyable for me today.
You can find the link
sometimes 10 frames, so
to our
stuttering
TeamSpeak,
the whole time,
and you are welcome.
I'm a little bit shy to have a collision with other guys in the terminal, and it was not good.
I think I'm like a 3070. Wasn't there like an RTX 3070, something like that?
2080 I have. The TI is a good thing with 11 gigabyte.
Yeah, see, I mean, I don't have the strongest graphics card yet. I stayed at 40 and up.
Yeah, normally it works fine for me. 45, sometimes 60 or 90. I have also. So today it's not normal.
Yeah, so why is that? You know, it just doesn't make
I
sense.
don't know. Is it my wireless LAN today? I must reboot it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe get. I also had some low frames at the end of the task.
Yeah, I had at the beginning also, yes, no, also. Yeah, the whole time. Sometimes 9 or 10 frames at the last waypoint I had, and yeah, it was difficult to fly.
Yeah, as Vic said, maybe the clouds. And as
Yeah, it's converting from the flight band Condor 2 to Condor 3. Congrats, Bruce.
Yeah.
Congrats, Bruce.
Oh, well.
You made it.
Yeah, it's something.
Congrats, Bruce.
Thanks for waiting around, guys. Kind of you.
And greetings from Ezekiel. He thinks that the clouds are eating the frames as well.
Yeah, okay. I saw him on Como map. It was, I think, on the other server.
Yeah, he flew on server 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent him yesterday evening a small video about better map for the LX, how he managed it, and the map himself. But today with the standard PDA was a good work, was good.
You're not like you. What about you, Tim? Are you flying with the LX 9000? Or are you flying with the standard?
I'm flying with the standard because it provides the information I need without too much management.
Yeah, it takes some time to get the LX 9000 configured to work well.
Yeah, maybe later or in another life, but right now I really like the standard.
Yeah, me too. Okay, Tim, Bruce, Morten, bye guys. Nice flying with you guys.
Yeah, I'll say bye as well, and see you guys hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, see you.
Okay, yeah.
User disconnected from your channel.
Ja, I will come out as well. Det er der vist kun også tilbage til. Jamen, du må have en god aften.
Tak, og i lige måde.
Vi ses ved, Tim.
Det gør vi. Hej Morten.
Hej Tim.
User disconnected from your channel.
So Ezekiel, let's see. You'll probably beat me. Ezekiel Ascona, 29. And Tim, 28. So close. $12 points, Ezekiel. You need to do better next time. Have a nice day, Ezekiel, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.